98 Rock, Charleston's best rock. Bubba the Love Sponge in the mornings, rock all day. What up, Potter here? It's happy hour. We've got, we should just get right to it. We've been talking about it all week long, or for the past week at least. We've got our headliner's lead singer on the line with me right now, Corey Taylor. Hello, Corey.
How are you, man? How you doing?
Doing awesome, man. Doing awesome. Before we start this interview, I just want you to know that I'm not blowing smoke or kissing your ass. You're just all over the place on my radio station. So when I say you're here and you're here and you're here and you're awesome and doing this and kicking ass here, I'm not going like, oh my God, I'm just saying you're just kind of covering our demographic right now, which is rock and roll. So
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Okay, so April 28th, Latson Exchange Park. You guys actually played this 2 years ago, our Rock Fest. It's always a good time. It's the biggest event of the year here in Charleston, South Carolina, and you guys killed it.
Thanks.
Give us a little scoop on what's going on with you guys and, what you're going to do this year.
Well, I tell you what, man. I mean, everything's going really good for us right now. You know, the second album just came out, House of Golden Bones Part 2, and it's blowing up. It's blowing up all over the world, which is a good problem to have, especially when nobody really believed in the project in the first place,
Right.
Oh, dude, I can't even tell you how many arguments I had with the record label, dude. They were scared to death, especially with the way that the Green Day albums had gone down, man. I mean, they were like, well, maybe we should just, and I was like, no, this is how we're doing it. I promise you it's going to be fine. And it's actually exceeded expectations. So, I mean, I'm ecstatic. The band's ecstatic. Everything's going well. And, that's just, we're just rolling out. We're playing some stuff off of Part 1 and 2, trying to balance that with, all the good, tasty, sexy bits from all the other albums, and just having a good time, So we're really looking forward to playing the show.
Nice, man. So you're saying that, like, convincing the label that Stone Sour was going to be a harder sell when you already knew you had like such a good sell with Slipknot and things like that?
Well, no, not necessarily that. I mean, we'd had success with Stone Sour, so they backed us there. It was the concept album thing that we were trying to do with House of Golden Bones,
Right.
I mean, I remember playing the demos for everybody and explaining to them that there was a story behind it and we were going to split it up and it was going to be 2 albums, and I might as well have been speaking Korean to these people. I mean, they were just staring at me like I had a booger on my forehead, and I'm going, dude, I swear to you, this is going to work. There's going to be a story, and there's going to be, I got an idea for a comic book, and this is going to be great, and we're going to promote this. And they're like, huh. So they really kind of, I mean, they didn't impede us, but they didn't help us,
Right.
I mean, we essentially had to do this on a budget for 1 album. We had to do it in the time that it usually takes most people to do 1 album, and we did 2.
Right.
I was singing 2 songs in 1 day, every day. And I mean, it was just kicking the crap out of us. But the proof's in the pudding, I mean, both albums are fantastic. Everybody's really loving it. And it's, it's one of the biggest things that we've ever done. But it's, trying to explain this side of it to some business people, they weren't having it at first.
Right, and and you're right. They are fantastic. I haven't taken it out of my CD player since I got it. By the way, part 2, it really is that good. Can't wait to see all that stuff. Corey Taylor of Stone Sour on the line with us for Rockfest, obviously April 28th, Latson Exchange Park. So again, like I said at the beginning of this thing, I'm not kissing your ass here. I'm just saying you're all over the place. So I kind of look at you as like an ambassador, kind of active, like hard rock these days. You see?
Yeah.
And you worked with Dave Grohl on this track that we're also playing the hell out of.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Was that the plan? I mean, do you to do this at the same time, or was it just like, no, man, this is just a project I wanted to do with Dave, who was obviously another ambassador?
Well, honestly, we weren't even thinking of From Can to Can't as a single. I mean, that was kind of the furthest thing from our heads. It was honestly just a part of the documentary that he was shooting for Sound City. And obviously, Slipknot recorded Iowa at Sound City, so he wanted me to come down and talk about that, and
right.
and just get as much content for the movie as possible. And then that turned into him, wanting me to do a tune. And I mean, duh, it's just Dave Grohl calls. I'm already on a plane. Are you kidding me? So that was just a lot of fun, man. He sent me the song. We put an arrangement together that felt really good. I wrote the lyrics, and then we had Rick come in and play guitar. We had Scott come in and play bass, and it just really came together so well. I mean, I didn't even think they were going to do a single for that, but so many radio stations were already picking it up that it just kind of became its own thing. And, a lot of people were worried that it was going to deter from what Do Me a Favor was doing.
Right.
And it ended up that everybody was playing both anyway. So it was kind of unfounded. So, again, it was one of those things where it's like, look, just relax, okay? This is a good problem to have. Shut up and just let it happen,
So let me ask you this. So where's hard rock right now? We've got metal, you've got alternative, you've got, you name it. AAA is even its weird own entity right this second too. Where's hard rock? And like I said, the reason I mentioned you and Dave and all that kind of stuff, and you seem like ambassadors, is just that, do you see a future for it? Like, I know there is one. I'm not saying that we're dead or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, God, it does seem like there's a lot of cookie cutter bands and stuff out there. Do you?
Yeah.
How do we move along?
I think we just keep doing what we're doing. We are a genre, whether it's hard rock or heavy metal, we're a genre that is notorious for kind of being shoved back into the corner every once in a while.
Right.
But the great thing is we're okay with that.
Right.
Honestly, at the end of the day, we weren't supposed to be accepted. We weren't supposed to be the popular kids in school. We were supposed to be the ones who were weird, and we would tell people one day, hey, we're going to come up, and you're going to be really wishing you were in on the gig. So to me, it's a great reflection of the people who listen to it. The outcasts, the misfits, the tribes of individuals, the tribes of iconoclasts,
right,
who listen to this genre, And the thing is that if you look at all the other types of music, the other styles of pop and everything like that, they've been breaking themselves against our rocks forever. When those fads go away, they really never come back, or they might come back as like a novelty bit, but we never go away. Even if we're out of fashion for a while, we never go away. And that's what's so infuriating to the status quo, who tries to control what people like to listen to. And we just sit back and go ahead, have your tea parties, have your little awards ceremonies, because in 3 years, that band's not going to exist, and we're still going to be here. So go ahead, fine.
Nice.
Well, when somebody leaves the keys in the car, we'll steal it again. That's the way we roll. So I'm not worried about it at all.
Good.
In fact, I'm excited to see what the next generation is going to be. It's going to be really cool.
Me too, man. Corey Taylor of Stone Sour, obviously headlining Rockfest this April 28th. We're just a couple weeks away. Bullet for My Valentine, Hailstorm, In This Moment, Young Guns, Otherwise, Surrender the Fall, Gemini Syndrome. This is a hell of a lineup. I think this is the best Rockfest we've ever had.
It sounds really good. There's a lot of great bands on there, man. It's going to be a damn good time.
Absolutely. Get your tickets now. Pick up the new one, House of Gold and Bones, Part 2. I haven't taken it out of my CD player. Corey, we appreciate the time so much, and we look forward to seeing you here in just a couple weeks.
We can't wait, man. We'll see you as soon as we can.